Early in July, the National Association of Resident Doctors (NARD) issued a 2-week ultimatum to the federal government for the implementation of all its demands, which are the immediate payment of 2023 Medical Residency Training Fund, the release of the circular on one-for-one replacement, and the payment of skipping arrears, an upward review of consolidated medical salary structure in line with full salary restoration of the 2014 value of CONMES, among others. And on Tuesday, the body followed that up with an announcement that a full-blown strike will begin on Wednesday, July the 26th, 2023. What that means is that medical services are set to be put on hold nationwide for the time being. A visit to the Federal Medical Center in Gusau, the Zamfara state capital, shows that doctors are attending to patients, albeit skeletally. The Secretary General of the National Association of Resident Doctors in Zamfara State says members of the body in the state will comply with the directive of the national body.
The update on this strike is not just a strike, but an indefinite strike. It's a very sad and painful decision for association executive to take a step going through an indefinite strike.
At the National Ear Care Center in Kaduna, the outpatient section of the facility is devoid of any serious activity, an indication that the strike is taking off there. While at the specialist hospital in Damaturu, the Yobe state capital, nurses and doctors who say they got their notification late are seen attending to patients.
Strike is not something we call for or wish for, and always it has been our tradition to intimate the government to the fullest to ensure that a consensus agreement has been reached and then issues are resolved. The fact that we're taking these measures is not based on our own interest, but it's call for action and necessity.
Resident doctors at the Federal University of Technology Teaching Hospital, Owerri, and their counterparts at the Federal Teaching Hospital in Abakaliki have joined the nationwide strike. A visit to the hospitals showed that only consultants are attending to patients, while the resident doctors have downed tools. Doctors at the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital are not left out of this industrial action. The spokesperson of the Association of Resident Doctors in Rivers State explains the rationale for their action, just as some patients who are at the receiving end of the strike share their thoughts on the exercise.
The nurses complained that doctors are on strike, but they managed to attend to few patients, unlike before. They said the doctors are on strike, that they won't attend to so much patients.
We've asked for a one-on-one replacement of resident doctors that have left the system. It's no news that doctors leave the system, the brain drain is on the hike. So we ask government to replace these doctors who have left the system, who have traveled outside the country, with resident doctors who intend to do residency program. We're also asking for increment in our salary, CONMES review, which was implemented in 2014.
This is day one of the strike. And if what's on display so far is anything to go by, it means hospitals nationwide will witness less activity in the coming days.